What's up, guys? Ryan with Jedi Patrol back. Another video today. We're going to take a look at the new Batman Returns Batman and give you my thoughts on this one versus the 89 Batman. First, we're going to take a look at some photos of it on display from Secret Base. So thanks to Pop Collectibles for getting these for me. And then we'll pop over to the blogger style photos and kind of go from there. And I figured I'd start with this photo here. Actually, before we even get started, can we do one thing? Which film did you like better? The original Batman or Batman Returns? One's got Michelle Pfeiffer, one doesn't. So I'm going to put it that way. You make your comment in the section down below and let me know. And then we'll talk about the figures. But I mean, come on, Michelle Pfeiffer, one of the things. By the way, I do have another video coming on the Jazz Inc. Catwoman, so stay tuned for that. Give you a little bit of spoiler on my thoughts. Anyways, I digress. Batman here from Batman Returns. We just got the 89 released. I have a video coming on the 89 Batmobile, which also works for the Batman Returns. So it works for both movies. So that's cool. The only thing it doesn't have is the car shield thing, which would be kind of sick, but who would display it that way anyways? But this right here looks pretty stinking good. I think overall, the shelf presence, this guy looks great. I mean, obviously we've got, let's get over here. We've got some materials going on and some bends, and the double elbows, like the elbow parts look a little strange with the material. It's like this rubbery-ish material they've got going on with it. I can live with that. That's not terrible, but it does look like his elbows kind of disappear. Like there's just no. We're getting posability out of it, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. But it does look a little awkward right there. If I back up, let me back up here. A few photos. And here's the reason to get this figure, I think, is the Keaton head sculpt. I mean, we didn't get that with the 89. Would have been nice to have one with a little battle damage. That would have been nice, but, beggars can't be choosers. It's fine. Nope, no big deal. But this right here, I believe, is the reason to get this one if you're only going to get one. I know a lot of you guys are going to get both and have multiple, and you got all the Batman. I completely understand that. I do that with clones. But if you're only going to get one Batman, the Keaton head sculpt, look at this thing. I think they absolutely did a fantastic job. It's not like 12 out of 12 or anything like that, but it's pretty stinking good. So I'm a fan of this thing. I think it looks cool. And you get the torn cowl, obviously from the second film, and I think it looks pretty good. I like it. Now, the previous version of this figure, years and years ago, was a 2-pack that came with the Keaton and a little tux suit, and then obviously the Batman. And so we don't have a standalone Keaton yet, at least not with this set. Will Hot Toys go and give us a standalone Keaton? Who knows? We don't have a Tony Stark standalone, like suited up Tony. There's other opportunities for Hot Toys out there, but I think they probably saw that, not too many people would buy it. But they might buy a series of suited up Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Keaton, Clooney, Val Kilmer, all the Bat people. They might, maybe if they did a series of like suited up variants, maybe they would do that. I don't know. I don't know how well that would sell, but I do like the torn cowl here. I think it looked good overall, and I like the texture of it. I think it looks good. So the head sculpt for me looks great. As far as the cowl, speaking of the cowl, different mouth plates. You get that nice duck face thing going on here. I don't know if that's like a Batman thing. Remember Christian Bale did this thing? We got slightly different faces. Anyways, I digress. There we go. We'll have better photos of that in just a little bit. But here we are on display with the regular cowl, if you will. And I think this thing looks great. I think the movable eyes, even though this one, if we zoom in really, like this left eye, which is technically his right eye, it's looking a little odd. But we all know that posing eyes can be difficult sometimes. At least it is for me. But check out the texture on this cowl. Like it looks, I don't want to say it looks carbon fiber-esque because carbon fiber wasn't a thing at this time. But it does look very rigid and matte. Even there's the way the lightings get on it, it looks like a matte finish, and I like that. And I think this thing looks pretty stinking good. And there's a little profile set. I think the first thing to break is going to be these the ears, if he falls down. But could be a thing. But I think this looks great. This of the two suits, I prefer this suit. And I'm specifically looking at it from the standpoint of the 89 that was just released, had that texture detail on the suit, which I know a lot of people just did not like. Screen accurate or not, a lot of people didn't like it. And, it's just one of those things that they did. I don't know if it's, good or bad, but it just is what it is. I think this looks great. I like the sculpture of the suit. I think it looks great. I think the matte material looks great. It doesn't have that texture we were just talking about. So that looks great. And, little penguin cat stuff going on here. Second film. Diorama base. That's the yellow belt. I like the yellow belt. I do like that. It stands out with the cat with the bat symbol on the chest. For me, this suit works. Batarang, got a bunch of tools, grappling hooks and whatnot. Diorama base, which actually looks like a pretty nice diorama base. We'll see some more photos of that a little bit. That's a really shallow depth of field photo. But yeah, I think this looks good. So there it is with the flying wing thing going on. And the diorama base. I think this is a pretty good looking set. Now, how many of you are going to display yours with the wings going out like this just due to shelf space? Probably not very many. However, some of you guys got the Winter Soldier or the Falcon, the Captain America Falcon figure, and it's got wingspan, which is way bigger than this. And you might have it displayed like that. I don't know. But I think overall, I think this is a win. It's a little pricey compared to previous, offerings of Batman for what it is. But I think overall, I think the proportions look good. The paint application on the head sculpt looks good. The cowl, I see no reason to complain about this particular figure. I see none as I bounce through some of these photos. And yeah, the diorama base is cool. Yeah, I see no reason to be up. Look at this. Look at this side profile. We'll zoom in here. That looks pretty stinking good. The hair, the way they did the hair, the wavy aspect of it, and the paint application, it's just... So we're going to have, in case you're wondering how to move the eyes, you can kind of see it back here in the back. We got this little jagged edge thing going on here. So the hair's going to, just like Luke Skywalker's, this hair piece back here is going to pop off on the magnet, and then you could use your tool to get in there and maneuver the eyes around, which is always a lovely thing to do. But it doesn't look bad. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. There's a lot of, Pop Collectibles. You guys got me a lot of photos. Look at this. Separate rolling eyeballs, separate mouth plates. There's the cloak or the wings, which is definitely a fabric material. I was wondering if that was going to be like a rubbery type material, but at least on the inside, it's fabric. You can see that right there. Nice little texture. And I think it looks good. The pose is a little strange, but I understand. So let's pop over to, if I can, pop over to Facebook. We don't need Premiere. And let's go here, go to this gallery. So, all right. We've got we don't need you. All right, the gallery photo. So the head sculpt on here is going to be a little bit more Photoshopped. Got different lighting. Everything looks great. Deluxe exclusive version. So this is one of those paywalls they put into if you want the Keaton head sculpt, you've got to get the deluxe version, and that's fine. It makes sense. Here it is with the Hot Toys Batmobile. Now, as mentioned earlier, I have the Jazz Inc. 89 Batmobile. Whichever one you got is fine, but that's the one I have. And I think it's going to go very well. Now, I have no intentions of putting Batman in the Batmobile. None. I know Jazz Inc. Yost, he's baking one specifically to go in the car. For me, it's kind of cool, but I don't know that I need it. I'll put it that way. I don't know that I need it because the car itself is its own piece. And when you see my video on it, when our review drops, you'll understand why. But it looks fun. But as far as side by side, I could see me having the Keaton Batman standing just like this with the Jazz Inc. Bat signal, which I have, and as a nice little diode display. I think it'll look pretty cool. But we'll see. Well, what else we got? We got head sculpts. Again, these look great. So here's the back of the material. We can get so it is a little bit more rubbery, pleathery material on the outside and then fabric on the inside. So we kind of get an idea what's going on with that. Batarang. It just looks good, right? So as far as everything that comes with it, let's go to here. I wanted to get to the, I guess it's making me do silly things. You're not cooperating. Go here. I'm looking for this. This is the photo I want. Thank you very much, Facebook. Okay. So we're going to get, if you get the deluxe, you're going to get the diorama base with interchangeable accessories. And then you get the Keaton head sculpt with rolling eyes. And then you get the cowl, which is the torn, cowl where you rips the mask, or rips the cowl off and that kind of stuff. So I think for me, the deluxe is a win. I don't really care about the diorama base so much. It's okay, but not a big deal to me. I think for me, I would want the deluxe just for the head sculpt. So I think Hot Toys put up a little paywall in there, and that I totally understand. Now let's go here. Let's go to photos. If you guys don't know, this is typically how I mess around with this stuff. Go to albums, and we're not even going to. We're not going to talk about this. Yeah, no, I'm going to back out of there. And I'm going to go to the 89 Batman. All right, so here it is. This is what I was talking about with the texture, like people were just not happy about. And this is why I think the Batman Returns one is the one for me. The belt's different. It's more chunky on this version. But for me, the other one just seems more superhero-like, and this one seems more like toy-like. And I get it. That's just how it was. But the Keaton sculpt, the different suit, which I like better, for me, it's going to be, I like the wings better on the other one too. Yeah, for me, it's going to be the Batman Returns one. But let me know your thoughts. Are you going to be getting that one? Are you not? Are you going to get both? Like, which one is it going to be? Is it going to be none of them? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below. And I will definitely be talking about the Catwoman from Jazz Inc. because that thing looks freaking beautiful. But as always, click what you like. See you next time.